Hello, Tom Mustin here with Stansberry Investor. I'm here with our senior analyst, Scott Garliss. Scott, always great to see you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, inflation. It's of a major concern for today's investor. We know the term inflation, but what's it really mean for today's consumer and the markets?
Sure. So what's going on right now is the market and the economy, they're rebounding from the COVID-19 pandemic. And the government and the Fed have thrown a lot of money at the economy to make sure it picks back up. So what we're seeing is this economic growth is starting to take off. And as a natural part of that process, prices pick back up.
Okay, so the bottom line is, are concerns overblown or is there some merit here?
Well, in the short term, there's some merit, but I think longer term concerns are a little bit overblown. Yes, prices are going to pick back up, but people have to remember a year ago, we saw one of the worst quarterly economic outputs ever in the history of the United States. I believe GDP was off about 33%. Now, naturally, prices are going to look like they're taking off right now. Now, if we look out to the third quarter, we saw one of the greatest economic rebounds we've ever seen, where economic output picked up 34%. Okay. So prices are going to pull back again in the third quarter. So what I think people aren't thinking about is what's going to happen longer term. Near term, it's going to look like things are very inflationary. I think longer term, it's going to back off.
Okay, so that makes sense, I think. But why? And sum up how you think this all plays out here.
Sure. So what we're seeing is we're seeing some really savvy investors that are taking advantage of the market making new all-time highs. There are a lot of hedge funds that are making their case that, hey, inflation's going to take off, the market's topping out, and I get it. But there is a very famous investor, Marty Zweig, who once coined a phrase, "Don't fight the Fed." And what the Fed is telling us right now is they're in this for the long haul, and they're going to fight inflation because they know that if inflation picks up and they have to raise rates too soon, that's going to pull the rug out from under the market. So the Fed is going to do everything it can to keep inflation in check. They're really not thinking about raising rates again until 2023 at the earliest. So I understand the case these people are making that inflation is going to pick up, the Fed's going to have to fight it, but I think they're making their case too soon. And short-term, optically, it's going to look really bad, but it's going to even out over time. And I think people getting ahead of this are going to do themselves a disservice.
Okay, Scott, always great to see you. Thanks for the insight. Appreciate it. For more expertise like this and so much more, visit stansberryinvestor.com. I'm Tom Mustin. Have a great day.